What sets you apart from the crowd? Is it talent, ambition, or something far deeper? For centuries, the world has been captivated by the mystery of those who seem destined for greatness. Individuals who carry a spark, a sense of purpose that others can't quite comprehend. These chosen ones walk a different path, driven by a calling that defies logic and ignites curiosity. Could it be that you are one of them? This video reveals the unmistakable sign that separates the chosen from the ordinary. It's not wealth, intelligence, or status. It's a divine mark, a connection to a higher purpose that shapes every step of their journey. But here's the catch. Many chosen individuals go through life unaware of their calling, lost in the noise of a world that values the superficial over the spiritual. If you've ever felt out of place, like you were made for something more, this is your moment. Discover the one signal that sets you apart and how embracing it can unlock your destiny. Your life is not random. It's a masterpiece in progress, guided by the hand of God. Stay with us as we uncover this life-changing truth and awaken the chosen within you. Every chosen individual feels a unique sense of calling deep within their soul. It's not arrogance or superiority. It's an unmistakable awareness that they were created for something more significant than the ordinary. This feeling often starts in childhood, with moments of curiosity about life's deeper meaning or an unshakable sense of being different from those around them. Have you ever felt this quiet pull towards something extraordinary, even when you couldn't fully explain it? This inner uniqueness acts like a compass, guiding the chosen through life's uncertainties. While others may be content with routine and mediocrity, those with a divine calling find themselves restless in the face of complacency. They constantly seek answers to profound questions about purpose and destiny. This pursuit isn't always easy. It requires faith and resilience to explore paths that others might fear to tread. One defining trait of the chosen is their ability to persevere, even in the face of adversity. Think of biblical figures like David or Esther, who faced tremendous challenges but held on to their divine purpose. Their stories serve as reminders that this sense of uniqueness isn't just for personal satisfaction. It's a call to serve others and align with God's greater plan. What's holding you back from embracing your own sense of calling? This sense of singularity also comes with moments of isolation. The chosen often feel misunderstood, as their dreams and aspirations may not align with societal norms. Yet, this solitude is where they find clarity and strength. Jesus himself spent 40 days in the wilderness before beginning his ministry, a period of preparation that shaped his path. How are you using moments of solitude to strengthen your faith and focus on your purpose? Curiosity plays a vital role in this journey. The chosen are driven by an insatiable desire to understand God's will and uncover the mysteries of life. This curiosity leads them to dive deeper into Scripture, seek wisdom through prayer, and remain open to divine revelations. It's not just about finding answers, but about fostering a relationship with God that continually shapes their path. Ultimately, the chosen sense of inner singularity is a gift from God, designed to awaken them to their divine purpose. It's not a burden, but a privilege to walk a path that others may not fully understand. This journey requires courage, humility, and a willingness to trust in God's plan, even when the way forward seems unclear. How will you embrace your uniqueness and let it guide you toward fulfilling your divine calling? Hope is one of the most profound markers of the chosen. It acts as an unshakable force, grounding individuals even amidst life's storms. While many may falter under the weight of adversity, the chosen stand firm, driven by a sense of divine purpose. This hope isn't born out of naivety, but out of trust in God's promises. As Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us, in all things God works for the good of those who love him. How often do you lean on this promise to find strength during challenging times? This hope manifests in ways that set the chosen apart. It's evident in their ability to remain calm in chaos, to find joy in small blessings, and to encourage others even when facing their own battles. Consider the story of Joseph, sold into slavery and imprisoned unjustly, yet he never lost hope in God's plan. His resilience became a source of inspiration, showing how hope can turn even the darkest moments into stepping stones toward greatness. For the chosen, hope is not just a feeling, it's a way of life. It influences decisions, fuels perseverance, and ignites the courage to step into the unknown. This hope is contagious. Those who encounter it often find their own faith renewed. Think about how one act of hope, like comforting a struggling friend or sharing a word of encouragement, can ripple through a community, creating a wave of positivity and faith. However, maintaining hope requires intentional effort. It demands staying connected to God through prayer, scripture, and worship. These practices serve as reminders of God's faithfulness and reinforce the chosen's belief in a brighter future. Are you actively nurturing your hope, or are you allowing life's distractions to dim your faith? Hope also requires a shift in perspective. The chosen view challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and divine intervention. They recognize that every trial carries a lesson, and every setback paves the way for a comeback. This mindset transforms how they approach life, fostering resilience and gratitude. How might adopting this perspective change the way you face your current struggles? Ultimately, hope is the chosen's secret weapon against despair. It is the light that guides them through darkness and the anchor that keeps them steady when the waves rise. This hope isn't fleeting, it's eternal, rooted in the unwavering love of God. How can you strengthen your hope today and let it shine as a beacon for those around you? The chosen are not content to live ordinary lives bound by routine and apathy. They feel a constant pull to rise above the mundane and embrace a higher calling. This inner drive often separates them from others, as they refuse to settle for mediocrity. Instead of being limited by doubt or fear, they confront their shadows and seek personal and spiritual growth. Have you ever felt the need to break free from the ordinary to pursue something more meaningful? Overcoming the commonplace starts with mindset. The chosen adopt a perspective of curiosity and purpose, viewing every challenge as an opportunity to grow closer to God and refine their character. They see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. For example, a difficult job or strained relationship becomes a platform for developing patience, resilience, and faith. How are you reframing your challenges to align with your higher purpose? One key aspect of rising above the ordinary is the willingness to confront inner struggles. The chosen acknowledge their weaknesses and seek God's strength to overcome them. This journey is not about perfection, but about progress. Consider King David, who, despite his flaws, continually sought God's guidance and forgiveness, demonstrating that the path to greatness is paved with humility and reliance on divine wisdom. Breaking free from routine also requires intentional actions. The chosen actively seek opportunities to grow spiritually and emotionally. They read scripture to deepen their understanding, engage in meaningful conversations to broaden their perspectives, and practice acts of kindness to reflect God's love. These practices not only enrich their lives, but also inspire others to do the same. Surrounding oneself with like-minded individuals is another crucial step. Community plays a vital role in pushing the chosen toward their goals. Whether through a church group, a trusted mentor, or close friends, these connections provide encouragement and accountability. Are you surrounding yourself with people who challenge and uplift you? Or are you stuck in circles that limit your growth? Ultimately, rising above the ordinary is about aligning your life with God's vision. It's about rejecting apathy and embracing the adventure of faith. The chosen understand that their journey is unique, filled with challenges and victories that prepare them for their divine calling. How will you take the first step today toward breaking free from the ordinary and stepping into the extraordinary life God has planned for you? A connection with the divine is the cornerstone of a chosen one's journey. It is through this intimate relationship with God that clarity, strength, and purpose are revealed. This connection often requires moments of stillness, prayer, and reflection, where the chosen can hear God's voice and feel his guidance. Think of Moses on Mount Sinai, alone with God, receiving the commandments that would shape a nation. Are you creating space in your life to experience God's presence? This connection is not reserved for moments of crisis or significant events. It's an everyday practice, woven into the fabric of the chosen one's life. Through prayer, worship, and reading scripture, the chosen maintain their spiritual alignment. These practices are not obligations but lifelines, grounding them in God's promises and renewing their strength daily. How do you prioritize these spiritual habits in your routine? Worship is a powerful gateway to divine connection. Whether through songs, service, or acts of kindness, worship opens the heart to God's presence. It reminds the chosen of His constant involvement in their lives, even in the smallest details. Imagine the peace that comes from surrendering your worries in worship, knowing that God is in control. How often do you allow yourself to be fully present in worship, letting it rejuvenate your soul? Moments of divine connection often provide direction in times of uncertainty. When faced with difficult decisions, the chosen rely on their relationship with God to illuminate the path forward. Think of Jesus, who often retreated to quiet places to pray before making significant choices. These moments of solitude allowed him to align with the Father's will. Are you seeking God's guidance in your choices, trusting His plan over your own? Recognizing divine signs is another aspect of this connection. These signs may appear in Scripture, through conversations, or even in moments of reflection. They act as reminders of God's active role in the lives of the chosen. Paying attention to these signs requires a spirit of discernment, cultivated through prayer and study. How can you attune your heart to recognize these divine messages? Ultimately, this connection with God is what sustains the chosen. It provides peace in chaos, strength in weakness, and hope in despair. It is a reminder that they are never alone, as God walks beside them every step of the way. How will you deepen your connection with the divine today, allowing His presence to transform and guide you? Resilience and determination are defining traits of the chosen, enabling them to rise above adversity with unwavering faith. These individuals don't escape challenges. In fact, they often face greater trials than most. However, their response to these trials sets them apart. They view setbacks not as defeats, but as opportunities for growth, knowing that God's purpose is woven into every challenge. Have you ever considered how your struggles might be shaping you for something greater? For the chosen, resilience begins with trust in God's plan. This trust gives them the strength to endure hardships and the courage to keep moving forward. Consider Job, who faced immense loss but never abandoned his faith in God. His story is a testament to how unwavering determination can lead to restoration and blessings. Are you holding on to faith during your toughest battles, trusting that God's promises will prevail? Determination often shines brightest when it involves serving others. The chosen are not just focused on their own paths. They actively seek to uplift those around them. Whether it's offering a word of encouragement, helping a neighbor in need, or leading by example, their actions reflect their faith. Imagine the impact of one determined individual inspiring an entire community to live with purpose. How can your determination become a source of hope for others? Resilience also means embracing vulnerability. The chosen are not afraid to admit their struggles or seek help when needed. They understand that God's strength is made perfect in weakness, as stated in 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. This vulnerability creates authenticity, allowing others to see the power of faith in action. Are you willing to let others see your journey, including the challenges that shape your character? The chosen draw strength from their connection with God, using prayer and scripture as anchors during storms. These practices remind them of His faithfulness and renew their determination to stay on course. Psalm 46 verse 1 declares, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." Are you turning to God as your refuge, letting His promises fuel your resilience? Ultimately, resilience and determination are not just personal virtues. They're testimonies of faith. They show the world what it means to trust in God's purpose, even when the path is unclear. As the chosen continue their journey, their steadfastness inspires others to persevere and find strength in their own faith. How will you embody resilience and determination in your life, becoming a beacon of hope for those around you? Adversity often serves as the catalyst for the chosen to uncover their divine calling. It's during life's most challenging moments that their true strength and purpose are revealed. This is not by accident. God uses trials to refine and prepare them for the mission ahead. Take the story of Joseph, who endured betrayal and imprisonment before rising to a position of leadership that saved countless lives. Have you ever considered that your current struggles might be shaping you for a greater purpose? The chosen recognize that adversity is not a punishment, but a process. They understand that every setback holds the potential for growth, and every challenge is an opportunity to deepen their faith. By trusting in God's plan, they can face even the most difficult circumstances with courage and resilience. Think of David, who faced the giant Goliath with nothing but faith and a slingshot. Proof that trust in God can transform impossible odds into victories. In adversity, the chosen often discover their unique gifts and abilities. These moments push them beyond their limits, forcing them to rely on God's strength rather than their own. For example, a period of financial struggle might teach resourcefulness, while a health challenge could deepen empathy and compassion. What lessons is God teaching you through your challenges? And how are they equipping you for your purpose? Adversity also reveals the chosen's ability to inspire others. By enduring trials with grace and determination, they become living testimonies of faith. Their stories encourage those around them to hold on to hope and trust in God's plan. Imagine how your perseverance during tough times could uplift someone else who is struggling. Are you embracing your role as a source of encouragement for others? One key to thriving in adversity is maintaining a strong connection with God. Through prayer, worship, and studying Scripture, the chosen draw strength and guidance during their darkest hours. These practices remind them of God's promises and provide the clarity needed to navigate difficult seasons. How are you nurturing your spiritual connection to ensure you remain grounded in faith, even during life storms? Ultimately, adversity is not the end. It's the beginning of a greater journey. For the chosen, it's a period of preparation, a crucible that shapes them into vessels ready for God's purpose. By embracing challenges with faith and perseverance, they emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with their calling. How will you face your trials, knowing that they are preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine? Now that you understand the unique sign that separates the chosen from the ordinary, the question remains, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you embrace the divine calling placed upon your life, or let it slip away into the routine of the everyday? The chosen are not defined by ease or perfection, but by their unwavering faith, resilience, and purpose-driven actions. How will you begin to align your life with this calling? Will you dedicate time to strengthen your connection with God, seek clarity in His Word, and take bold steps toward fulfilling your purpose? Remember, this journey is not just about you. It's about the lives you're destined to touch, the hope you're called to inspire, and the light you're meant to bring into this world. If this message has sparked something within you, don't let it end here. Dive deeper into these truths and let them guide you to the life God has designed for you. Subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, and join a community of like-minded individuals seeking to uncover their divine purpose. Together, we can walk this extraordinary path and discover the fullness of what it means to be chosen.